Hello, everybody, and welcome to the South Florida Power BI user group. My name is Adriano, your host, and thank you very much for making the time to be here with us for another great presentation. And today we have Creating Power BI Paginated Reports with a report builder brought to you by none other than Gabriel Gomez. And before we get started with our session today, please remember to take a minute and let us know where are you located using the live chat. Now, the live chat can also be used for you to enter your questions during the presentation. Now, if the presentation has completed and you have a question, please use the comment section below to enter your questions. So let's take a look here. Where are you folks at? Uh, Remember, just use the live chat and to communicate with us here, with other other persons attending here. And let's take a quick look. And we have welcome Deborah from Ontario, Canada, joining us here. And so, as I said, we have today Creating Power BI Paginated Report with Report Builder by Gabriel Gomez. And also, remember, you have a great chance to enter to win a book. All you gotta do is, if you have not done yet, is to go there to I'm gonna enter the link in the chat window here in the comment section, or you can check it out just below here through the scroller, the link for the book Machine Learning in Power BI with R and Python by Gabriel Gomez, our presenter today, and Pablo Moreno. So those two great authors delivering a book to you, top quality, walk you through step by step on the details on how to leverage Power BI with R and Python. So I will be placing that in the share, and you have until about 6:30 today to enter if you have not entered in the drawing. And at the end of today's presentation, we'll be doing the drawing. Now, final words are, remember, like, subscribe, click the bell so you can get reminders when we have our next presentation coming up. Will be in just 2 weeks, and you'll be seeing on the 25th. So mark your calendar, and you'll be receiving information. Just join us on the Meetup group or check our Twitter account, and you'll see what's new and exciting coming up. Now, without further ado, I bring you all Gabriel Gomez. Welcome, Gabriel.
Hello, Adriano. Thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank you.
having me today.
Thank you, Gabriel, for making the time to be here with us. As we are getting started here, can you uh, let us know, where are you located at?
I am based on Panama in Central America.
All right,
I have
beautiful place.
1 hour less than you right now.
All right, so you're at about 5 o'clock or so.
Yes, yes, it is.
Great. And so it's also the end of the day for you, as I see many of the people who are joining us here. As I mentioned, we have Deborah from Ontario. We also have here Jewel from Atlanta, and Tech Talk with Yogi. Hello, Yogi. He's in Delaware. All right, and welcome everybody. So tell us a bit about today's presentation.
Well, it is not related to machine learning at all. Well, could be in the probably it depends on the type of data you want to use in paginated report. but the presentation referred to a way to share information with other people, other users. um, I bring this topic to the attention because sometimes user asks me to they want to receive a report on a daily basis. When they open their computer, they want to see the reports once they open the calendar or Outlook. Then, with Paginator Report is a good option for them to share information because you can set and schedule to them in order to let them receive a file with the information. Other capability important using Paginator Report is that um, with Power BI, the user sometimes say, "Hey, I would like to export this data to PDF. I would like to export this information to PowerPoint." But the Power BI has some limitations. But with Paginator Report, you will be able to export the data in the expected format, probably Power PDF or PowerPoint. Then we have a multiple uses for Paginator Report that I expect to show you today.
Outstanding. We're very excited. So let's just take a quick look here. So, folks, about the book raffle, I have placed the information in the comment section here. Just join, check it out. You have until about 6:30, and that is Gabriel's book here, along with Pablo for the raffle. Thank you very much, Gabriel, for making it available there for us.
Well,
Now we have one more person here saying Dadiana. Welcome, Dadiana. She is from Costa Rica but living in Miami. All right. So without further ado, folks, we bring you here Gabriel Gomez. Ready, Gabriel?
yes, I am.
All right, it's all you then. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Adriano, and thank you everyone that is in the session. It is a pleasure for me to show something related paginating report. It is not a formal training. It is not a step by step. I would like to have this session as a conversation with you guys because we want to take advantage of this tool. Um, the users have different needs. We that work with data and work with analysis, we should be able to provide the customers, in this case, managers, people that work in our organizations, we should be able to provide data as they are expecting because depend of the type of users, they will have different needs. Someday, someone asked me to the capability to receive emails on a daily basis because they want to monitor what happened the previous day. And with Power BI, it was not possible. I know there are other alternatives like a Power Automate that will enable to send emails to users. But I found also that Paginated Report, in this case, the name of the tool is Power BI Report Builder. If you have not downloaded that tool, go ahead, download the tool because it is very useful and work in enterprise environment. You will find multiple benefits of combining this tool in your list of tools because in some point you will require it. Then today, I am going to use an ODBC connection to get access to the data because with Paginator Report, you can connect the tool to SQL, to Oracle, to multiple data sources, but it has also limitations. Um, if you are starting to learn Power BI, for example, you probably use a lot of connections to Excel, and you probably have a lot of different Excel files that you want to connect to your Power BI. But with Paginated Report, it is a little complicated. But I found a way for you to help you to get access to your Excel file. And it is an ODBC connection. You can create an ODBC connection in order to connect to your Excel file. Then I don't know if you are familiar creating ODBC connection, but as in every project, you should be prepared first before you start creating something. Okay. I am going to type on my computer ODBC. ODBC. It is just like an introductory step, right? We are not still using the tool, but
Uh,
when you type ODBC,
hey, Gabriel,
I am
just
not sharing, right?
sorry, two things. Uh, One is, are you displaying something?
I am displaying right now
Okay.
this
All
screen.
right. All right. I can
I
see. All right. I see. All right. Now I can see.
Yes, I was having fun explaining, but I was not sharing my screen.
All
Sorry for
right.
that.
Uh, no problem. Let me know whenever you have a time for a question as well. Thank you.
Sure, sure. Then I was explaining that you can type in the search option in Windows ODBC, and a new screen will be open like this one. Then by clicking into System DNS, you will select Add. These add options will give you the capability, because it will open a new screen. It will give you the capability to select the type of ODBC connection you want to create. In this case, as I mentioned, I am going to select Excel. Then you drill down until you find Excel driver here. Depending of the type of version, you can select XLS, or the second one, which is more contain more type of files, right? Related Excel. Then once you select the specific ODBC connection or type of Excel file you want to connect, you can set the name of the data source. Let me say Excel example. If you want to add a description, it is a good practice. And also you can select the file. Um, you will be prompted for multiple screens, but are not complicated at all. What you are going to do here is to select the specific folder where the Excel file is located. Then you can click in C directory, then goes to the specific folder you have your files. Here could be in program files, and well, you know uh, how to select a file here into your computer. Then once you select your file, I am lost here trying to search my expected documents. Let me see, because I need to identify where is my username here. Let me see. Username obviously is inside users, right? Then here I am going to select my documents, because let me say that the file I am going to use as example is inside my documents, but it depends where your file is located. Okay, then I am going to select this one, and that's it. It was just an example for you to show you how to create an ODBC connection. After you select your file, you will click OK, and then notice that the ODBC have been added into your ODBC list. Okay, this is the first step in order to work with Excel files inside the paginated report, inside the Power BI report builder, which is the name of the tool. I am going to cancel this one, because I already have other ODBC connections that I have created for this purpose. I click cancel. I'm going to type in the search option report builder. By default, I have this on my list because I have been working with this tool today. But once you click the report builder, you will a new screen will be open here like this one, and you have some options. If you want to work On a previous file, just click open and search for the file. But for me, that I am going to create a new one using the ODBC, I'm going to select new report. And for me, it is okay to select table or matrix wizard. I think for you that are a beginner, I think so, it is a good option for you as well. Then we continue starting by the basics. Create a data set. It is a new data set. If you already have a data set previously created, then choose the first option. But in this case, my option is the second one. Create a data set. Then I will click next, and here I will browse for my ODBC connection. Let me click browse. Oh, no, sorry. I am going to select new, because browse is if you already have an ODBC or any other data connection previously created. Then by clicking new, now I will have a new screen. For name will be the name of the data source that you want to set. In this case, let me type test N1, test N1, like test number one. Here is something interesting. Select connection type. Connection type are all the available connection you can access to. And this is a predefined list, which means that we don't have all the expected connection we would like. Like in Power BI, that you have a lot of different connection types. Here you have a limit list of connection type. And in this case, you can see Azure, Microsoft Analytics Platform System. I use a lot this one, Microsoft SQL Server Analysis Services, which is for Cube data. If you work with Cube, then you can connect to this one. But for me, that I set previously the Excel file to an ODBC, then this is my option, ODBC connection. Then, and now I am going to build the connection, because I need to select which ODBC I would like to use. I probably may have 10 ODBC connections. Then I need to select the specific one. Then this is a data source, ODBC. This is correct. Um, Here, use connection string. Let me select build. In here in build, probably you are noticing that there are a lot of steps, but are not complicated, okay? Then by selecting build, you should identify what is your ODBC connection. I am going to click in machine data sources, and in machine data sources, I will find my ODBC. Let me select prueba 1. Prueba in Spanish is T. Prueba is in Spanish, which means test in English, just for your reference. And then I'm going to select prueba 1. Let me click OK. And then I will select the file. Let me select, let me see something. Let me cancel this one. I just want to make sure that I select the ODBC that I really want. Yeah, here. I select the second one. Let me do it again. I select build, machine data source, and then RB prueba. And then click OK. Then click OK, and it will open a new screen with a list of files. Just select prueba to make sure that this is the right file. Once I assign the file name to this ODBC, I select test connection just to validate that my connection is okay. And then click OK again, and OK. Well, now I am going to select next. At this point, I hope you to not be like, oh, how many steps he is following. But once you see this video again, I will make this video short, or short as possible, for you to have the opportunity to practice at your end, to not because imagine watching this video again for 1 hour or more than 1 hour, probably you will don't have that time again. Then in the first minutes of the video, you will see how to connect to the ODBC connection. Then here is something interesting.
It's no
I,
problem, Gabriel. What I'm gonna do, I will put what is called a chapter, so people can come in and look up and quickly access the desired time and topic they would like in the video.
excellent, excellent. That's great. That's great. Then in this case, there are a missing step before we start having fun, more fun than the what I am showing right now. This step is just to get access to the all data inside the report, okay, or the connection. I don't know if you are familiar with SQL code, but here we are going to type a simple line of code, and it is select a trace from sheet one. Obviously, in this point, you should uh, you need to know what is the name of the sheet when the data is in your file. For me, it is sheet one, but there is a missing format here. In order to get access to the information, you need to put this format to the name of the sheet one in order to get access to the information. Let me execute this. This sign, the red sign, help you to execute the action, right? And here we go. Now we are getting access to our data in the file prueba one. Then I will share, Adriano and team, I have a video, but it is in Spanish with a short introduction in how to set this ODBC connection. No matter if it is Spanish or English, the good news is that I am offering step by step how to do that. If you don't understand Spanish, but you understand or understand signs, for example, you will be able to understand what I explained in that video. I will share with Adriano just for you to get access later, okay?
All right, and I will place the link to the video in the description section below.
Exactly, yes. When you are working on the raffle later, I will share with you the link before we close this session.
Outstanding. Thank you.
Okay. When you are in this step, we are almost done with the first part. Then just click next and you can set something here, like the region name in the column. This is just for finalize the process. But later, you will be able to create the type of table or pivot tables you prefer or any additional graph or visualization, okay? But just for finish this process, I'm going to select those values because the process will require this. Just finish and that's it. Then with that, we are able now to be in this environment. This is the working environment in a Power BI report builder. It is like the equivalent to the Power BI desktop. Here we will set the tables, we add colors, we will set new variables, we will filter the information, we create visualizations, and later we will publish our final result into multiple environments. It depends. I will explain later. At this moment, I am going to start from zero and I will remove this table. If you want to see how your paginated report is looking, then you can click in the top left button called Run. Click Run, and now you will see the data. As I set this table, I put into columns the name of the region, and in the lines, I will have the name of the products. Those are region in Panama. It is like a state in the United States, Florida, Texas, and some others, South Carolina. Those are the names of the states in Panama. We only have 9 states, and Panama is a very small country. Then Panama is probably smaller than Florida. Then that's small. But we have 9 states here. Well, let me continue, and I will remove this table because it is not how I want it. Now we are going to do some magic with the data set. The first thing, well, yes, one of the first things you should ask yourself is what type of report I want to offer. Here you can set a high-level report or a detailed report. High level is, for example, how many units were sold into each one of the region in Panama. I want to see only for region A, I sold 1,000 units. For region B, 2,000 units, and so on. But you also have the opportunity to create a second table with all details, offering the high level overview, and also offering the details for people to just keep the monitoring in the performance of their teams. Then let me start by offering the first visualization. I am going to create first a high level overview table, and the second one will be a table with all details. Okay, I am going to select, okay, I don't want to go too fast because probably you get lost when you are trying to follow me, right? Then let me go a little more slowly. In the top menu, you will see the second option, which is insert. In insert, I am going to select table and we'll select insert table. I am going to start by a simple table. I will don't cover today all those details because you will have the opportunity to explore by yourself and get in touch with the tool. But with this example, I am pretty sure that you will see how it works, okay? Then now that you add your table into the working session, you can drop and drag here. I am going to select region and look that the area is in blue right now. I will leave the region here. Other thing that I want to add is the price and the amount. Cantidad is amount. Then let me remove the other 2 columns that by default were added because I don't need it. Delete column, click in the top part, and I also remove the column. Let us take a look at how it look like now. Okay, we have the region, the price, and the amount. Then I told you previously that the idea was to organize this as a high-level overview. I just want one region with the expected amount and the price. At this moment, I am going to turn back. Okay, sorry because I am fast here. When I am this view, if you want to turn back to the working area, you can click on design mode, and here we are. Here, then, we should select a grouping option because I am going to offer high-level overview, the amount per region. Then I don't need details. What happened with this table right now is that you see details. If you have 10 cells, then you will have 10 lines. And I don't want that. I also only want one line per region, okay? How can we resolve that? Let me just right click on the region, and we have a submenu here. And then I will select below option, row group. Okay. I am going to select add group, sorry, add group, and we go to the section row group because you can add a row group, sorry, you can add a group by column or by row, and I want it by row. Then I am going to select parent group because I want the region to be the parent group. As I mentioned, I am grouping by parent region. Okay, nice. Let us see what's going on here. If I got what I want or I still have issue. Yes, now I see that a new section was added to my table, which contained the name of the region at the left, but still has the details. I don't want the details here. Then let me turn back to this design mode. Okay, we are okay. What happened? Look at the bottom left section, which is row group. In the Here you have row group, and at the right you have column groups. Then I am working with row groups, and now I see that I also have available the details, which means that when I execute the report, the details will be displayed. Then I just need to remove the details, sorry. I'm going to click in the arrow at the right, and then I'm going to select delete group. And here appears two different options: delete group and related rows and columns, or just delete group only. I am going to select delete group only because I want to keep the format, but I don't want the details. Then delete group only. Okay. With that said, or that already defined, let us see if now I get my expected results. Let me run. Here we go. Now, as you can see, we have a line per region. I can hide the second one. Let me turn back to design mode. I can hide this one, column visibility, because if I click in the top of this column and right click there, I have some other options: delete the column visibility, and here I only prefer to hide the column and not delete it. Then execute again, and now the issue was resolved. I have a line per each one of the region, but I still am getting something weird here. Let me go back to the visual. I am getting the price $1.18, $3.50. It means that I am getting one of the value, not the sum, because this is the price. And also in amount, I am getting like one of the values. How can I resolve that? I need a sum of the values, like a total. Let me show you how to resolve that. Here in price, I am going to right click under the name of the field, which is price, and you can notice that there are some other options. We already used the add group options previously, and now there are two options very frequently used in this tool: the expression and text box properties. Let me start by expression and show you a couple of additional options here. Expression. Here in expression, you will define what is the type of calculation you want to apply to that area. In this moment, I am going to apply in the here in the category section, you will see the different combination of sections, or I mean functions that you can use. There are parameters, just in case you create a parameter. There are fields, which are the fields that you already have in your data set. There are variables, just in case you have defined one. But here in the operators, we have arithmetic operators for multiply, subtract, sum, or a comparison to validate if it is equal to, less than, higher than, a concatenation, logical for say or validate when two conditions are uh, true. And in the common functions, you have text functions, date and time, for mathematics, more rounding and something like that, sin, cosine, inspection, program flow. This is very interesting. One of the most used functions here is if. If. I am going to provide an example in few moments. Let me start by just selecting a very simple type of aggregations. Aggregations here will be sum, count, max. Let me zoom just for you to see what happened. I can type by myself, or you can also double click into the function and then it will be added to the working area. And also you will have a guide here for you to understand how it works. Some examples that will guide you through the how to apply the function here. Okay. Well, let me zoom this and I will do the same here. Can you see now that the name of the field disappeared and now I have expression. Also, I am going to do the same here. Expression. I'm going to select. Let me do this differently. Okay. I still need zoom, but I am going to do something different. It is like maximizing the options, making this a little bit complex. Not too complex, but have a complexity. For example, I am going to use the program flow and we'll select if the region in which of the fields or categories I showed you previously, I can find the region inside fields, right? Fields that contain all the fields in my data set. And here I am going to evaluate the region. If the fields region is equal to, here, due that the region is a text field, I need to circle or put the condition into the comilla in Spanish. Don't remember in English. This sign here. Well, here I can write or type the name of the region. One of the region or the shorter region I have on my data set is Panama. We use in Spanish this symbol above the letter, which is called tilde. It is just to make the stress into the letter. For example, Panama. It is harder the sound here. Then, if the region is equal to Panama, here in some tools, the use of the if function depends. In some cases, you use the word then, but here we are going to separate by comma, like in DAX expression, okay? Then what is the condition if it is true? 1, but if it is false, 0. Okay, great. But here, We are only evaluating but not zooming anything. Then I can zoom the result of that condition, and I will remove that. And I am doing this because due that the video will give you some reference, you can see it later, and you can then see how it works again. Let me click OK. I am expecting in quantity, in amount, only values for Panama, okay? Because I set my condition to evaluate if it is Panama, then count as one and zoom. If not, then zero. Let me execute run. Okay, for price, we are getting values based on the zoom expression I set, but for amount, I am getting only values for Panama. It is what I expect. Then it means that you can set condition per line depending on the line you want to evaluate. Like in DAX that have a row expressions, and you can set that but for a specific purpose. Here you can do the same, because due that you used to work with Power BI, then probably you want to do the same here. This tool have some limitation, but still work. Let me now just show you something else, and I will add the table that contains the details, okay? If I want to color the name of the region, I will right click over the name of the column and will select text box properties. That's why I say that this is the second option you will must use here, because you want to add some format to your table in order to make pretty and don't look like ugly, right? Then here you can define the type of format, if it is numeric, currency, date, align. If you want to align the name of the column in the center, for example, right now it is aligned to the left. When we click OK, it turns to the center in this case, okay? Text box properties. Now I am going to select the font. Let me set Arial Black. I am going to do this only for this one. Arial Black, um, Arial Black, white, and bold. And then the background color will be like this blue, cornflower blue. And okay, here we go. Run. Oh, you guess what? I apply the format to the hidden column. Then I need to do that for the other. Well, it is very simple. Center, font, area black, white, white because the font is in blue. Then I want it to be visible. Okay, it is okay now. Perfect. Well, if you want details, then go to insert table. Here we are going to do the same, region, product, price, and units. You can add a new section in the top if you want like a sum or multiplication from price versus amount, then you can add that. Now you know that there are functions that will help you to do that, or just multiply the common way with asterisk, multiplying one value per the other, okay? And here it is a simple table, just execute run, and now I have my top table, and that is the high level overview, and the second table that will contains the details. Then In this section, you now are able to export the data. Let me show you here. Export data in the top menu. Now you see that you have different formats: Word, Excel, PowerPoint, PDF, TIFF file, and CSV, XML. Those are the options available, more than in Power BI. For example, downloading into PDF on title. Let me see. Well, I think you know how it will look like, right? It's a simple PDF file, but still it's a new format, different. Okay, let me see. Yeah, here we go. This is our format PDF. You have two pages with all the information. Here you also can click next to see the next section of information. Then interesting this one. And now, if you want to continue adding more visuals, here in this section, you can select the line and then maximize or expand the working area for you to have the capability to add more visuals. In this case, I'm going to just add a last chart, which is can be a simple chart. Let me select the column one, and here we go. Let me enter this in this section. Just organizing, I am just organizing my area. Okay, and now as I did in the other, I'm going to select what are my expected results. Here, for example, by clicking into the bar area, I will be able to add the value. The first thing we are going to add is the value, which is the amount. The second thing we are going to add is the category groups. In here, we are going to add the region. And the third option, we don't need it because we are going to create a simple visual here. If you want to modify the color of the chart, but just right click and select um, series properties and fill and select other color. Notice that it changed. If you want the labels, just right click over there and show data labels. That's the option for you, and that's it. Let me run, execute. Then you can maximize this. Look that this is smaller. Then you can play with the format, um, expanding this to let the visual show the labels higher than you saw previously. And that's it. It's very simple. On my experience, it got complicated when you want to apply a specific format or limit the section. Depending on the complexity of the report you are creating, it turns complicated or simple. Now, let me say that we are ready. We are ready to publish this. There are some options. You can publish this into Power BI server, also Power BI service. But what happens with Power BI service is that you will need a premium account. That's a limitation. You will need a premium account in order to create paginated reports there. Okay. Also, the new version of Power BI will enable you to add paginated reports to Power BI. That's good. My second option is to publish this into Power BI server. If you work on an enterprise environment and you have Power BI server where you publish all your reports, it is very nice to publish this into that area. Let me show how it works. I'm not going to show my server itself, but I took some screenshot that will help us to understand how it works. Okay, once you publish your report and you click into the manage report, you see this section here, this one. From this section, you first need to add the credentials to your data source. It is important. If you don't add your credentials, your paginated report will not work. The second thing here is to set your subscription. Your subscription is, for example, when you want to send this information. It is like the screen at the right. You first need to set the schedule. The schedule, if you want to send it a daily, weekly, monthly, the first day of the month, depend of your needs, right? Once you set this specific schedule, you will choose how do you want to send this information. You want to send by email? Do you want to send by an FTP server? What are your options? On my case, I will send this information to email. The next one is to select who are the recipients of the report. Then you will add all that information here, exactly as in an Outlook email. If you have CC persons or BCC people, also add those emails here. One of the most important things here is this reply to. Reply to is the name of the server account that will be used to send the information. Usually, it starts with SSRS, SQL Server Reporting Services, right? Which are similar to SQL. Then, after the add, it is usually the name of the organization or the domain of the organization in this section. Then, if you work in an enterprise environment and you don't know this information, you can reach out to your IT admin that manage the Power BI server and provide this. Ask them for the SSRS email address for your organization that will help you to send the files or the emails depending of the schedule you set. Okay, and then you will have a couple of options. The comments. This comment will be like the email body. How do you want to organize the email body? And also, what is the expected format that the user will receive the information? Here, also, I showed you previously will be Word, Excel, PowerPoint, PDF, or others, right? Then, depending of the format you select, the user will see that information. If you select XML, for example, in the email body, the user will see all the information in that email, but will not receive any file attached. Then that's very important because depending on how the user wants to see this information. And that's the basic. I think the most important is that you need to set your time for play with the tool, discover how it works. I will be more than happy to answer any question that you will have because I in this process I receive a lot of issues. I have been spending days trying to resolve something that have been very simple, but that helped me to understand a little bit how this tool works, and I will be able to help you in that process as well. Adriano, for me, that's all that I have. I don't know if people in the session have any question.
All right, fantastic. So, folks, remember as you're watching right now, enter your questions in the live chat. We saw here Gabriel giving an overall picture of how it works, actually going step by step on setting up your pub, your uh, Power BI report builder here, walking through the process of actually creating a report. He also covered ODBC, and primarily is to give you an idea in case you want to get data from a source on which Power BI does not have a connector. So, and he also talked about license, which I stand corrected here on a previous statement I made. So, on which is about the licensing. So, there are two types of licensing offer for Power BI Report Builder on premise, which that was correct. Meaning you can have Power BI Premium and or right here, which is
Power,
the service level, the SQL Server Enterprise with service level SA. Sorry, with SA. So that is correct. Now on the surface, Gabriel clarified here that you need to have Power BI Builder. I'm sorry, you need to have a Power BI Premium licensing to be a publisher to the service. Is that correct, Gabriel?
yes, I think premium is the higher one, right?
Yes.
Yes, then yeah.
All right. So that's a clarification there to a statement I made earlier. So pretty much what I'm saying is that on the Power BI service, you need a Power BI premium license.
Yeah. I would like to add additional details to the question from Deborah.
Yes.
I, I saw you answered here, which is great. The reason why I use ODBC is because Excel is not a data type of a connection type inside of a Power BI report builder. Then, in order to get access to Excel, because I know most people use Excel to connect their data, then the way I found was creating ODBC. That's the only way because in the list of connection types is not Excel. There are SQL, data cubes, there are Oracle, Azure, but Excel is missing. That, that's the reason why.
All right. Great. That's thank you for clarifying there, Gabriel. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So give me 1 second, folks. Or anything else there, Gabriel?
No, that's all. Thank you so much.
All right. With that, here we are on what are we doing here. So let's step back here for a second. So thank you very much, Gabriel, for the great presentation here on how to create Power BI paginated reports with a report builder. You know, it's a great hands-on, pretty much, presentation where people can see beginning to end how to quickly create and deploy a paginated report. Uh, Anything else you want to add to the presentation today, Gabriel?
No, I will share with you the link of the YouTube video that contains the first part. Let me see step by step how to set the ODBC connection.
Awesome. So, all right. So next here, folks, remember, if you have a question, use the live chat, enter your questions here on the final minutes of the presentation. And we have a question from Deborah. She says, This was great. Thank you. I see paginated reports are now in Power BI desktop. Do you start in Report Builder first before leveraging that functionality? Gabriel.
Well, yes, thank you for that question. The capability that is in Power BI desktops will connect to the Power BI report builder in the service. It is not using the uh, Power BI report builder desktop that I download or I show you. Because, for example, inside the service, you create your paginated report, the service, and then you will be able to connect to Power BI desktop. But you will need the premium account. If you don't have the premium account, you cannot connect to that paginated report. Does it make sense? Like that capability was created to just work with the Power BI service, while the option I use today was designed to work with Power BI server that are two different environments.
All right, great. That's clear there. Thank you very much, Gabriel.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Deborah, for the question. All right, folks. Let's take a look now on the book raffle. So if you are, and you'll enter here, for your chance to win for the machine learning in Power BI with R and Python. This is a book authored by Pablo Moreno and yours truly, Gabriel Gomez, right here with us today. So, Gabriel, can you tell us a bit about the book before we get into the raffle?
Sure. Well, when we were writing this book, we got fun because I think there are a lot of interesting things we can learn doing machine learning. When I was studying my engineering, I found a statistic very complex. Teachers that were trying to teach me use a lot of different formulas that complex my knowledge and my learning. Then when we wrote this book, Pablo and I said that it should be very simple, that enable everyone to learn simple the topic about machine learning. Then in the first section, you will have all the concepts that you need in order to understand how it works. Because sometimes when we talk about machine learning or speak about machine learning, there are different concepts that tend to confuse people, like what is data science, what is business intelligence, what is advanced analytics. Then our idea was to clarify everything at first before you start applying the knowledge. Then the second chapter will help you to clean the data because every analysis needs to have good data. If you don't have your data clean or complete, then your analysis will not be accurate. Then that's very important using R in this case. And also we use Python in the third chapter because Python helps us to apply easily what is machine learning. We explain or and offer a lot of different examples that will guide you through that learning process. Then this is very simple book, very basic book for you to understand because as the title of the book said, well, one of the information we provide there is for everybody, for every person, no matter where area you were at, it is for you as well. Then if you have question about the book, just let us know. We are more than happy to answer your questions.
Awesome. Great information there about the book and the raffle. Let's get that going. So here we are, folks. You have an opportunity to go out there, enter for a chance to win. There are, I have cleaned up the data, meaning all the names entered. We are displaying the first name of those who submitted there. So there was a bigger number here, but now we have 18 people. So let's click to spin. So we're clicking to spin for the book here, the machine learning with Power BI and R and Python. So the first winner, we have Akshata as the first winner. Let's remove her and give her a chance to choose someone else to win. Let's take a spin. All right, the second one here is Shruti. Congratulations, Shruti.
Well,
All right, folks. Yes, you're saying something, Gabriel?
no, I say congratulations to the winners.
All right, so we have Akshata and Shruti as the winners.
Yes.
And we will follow up with you all, the winner here, regarding the machine learning in Power BI with R and Python by Gabriel Gomez and Pablo Moreno. We'll reach out to you this evening and we look forward to hear back from you. Remember, the publisher will get publisher and or Gabriel will get back to you regarding the book, as they provide us here the opportunity, but they will take care of all follow-up steps on how you will access the book. All right. Uh, Anything else there for you here, Gabriel, as we bring to an end?
Well, again, thank you for having me here today. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for letting me have a great time showing how Paginated Report works. I hope the winners enjoy the book. Also, we do with the Spanish community, we will be open to answer questions related to the book. Also invite other people in the call and the people that will see the video. The book is available in mlbi.eo for you, and just enjoy that. Thank you, Adriano. That have a good evening, everyone.
All right. Excellent there, Gabriel. Just hang on a second after we finish here so we can talk a little bit. And for everyone, thank you very much for making your time to be here with us. Some great information from Gabriel, walking you step by step on how to create Power BI paginated reports using Report Builder and publishing it to the service, publishing it to the Power BI server. All right. Thank you very much, Gabriel, as well.
You're welcome.
And with that, wish everyone a good night. Goodbye, everybody. If you get a question, remember, just use the comment section below for your questions. Thank you.